This might be the holy grail of Bigfoot evidence. This man claims he's found something truly unusual.
Y'all tell me what y'all think it is. I mean, I'm gonna pick it up. Well, I ain't gonna hurt nothing. That is, ooh, that's solid up in there.
Now, this is interesting. It really does resemble a petrified toe, but the size of it, far too large to be human, isn't it? Compare it with his fingers.
That is a petrified Bigfoot toe, or somebody's thumb. It is freaking huge, whatever it is. I'm coming. Give me a box to put it in. I had to show y'all first. What do y'all think?
That can either be a really weird-looking stone or indeed a petrified toe. You can even see what looks like the nail of the toe. The process of petrification is pretty rare. The organic material needs to be replaced by minerals. And as far as I could find, there are no cases of such perfect petrification done by natural causes, only through artificial means. What do you think about this toe? True or fake? This next clip is fascinating for two reasons. First, it comes from a well-known conservative political activist and author, Charlie Kirk. Second, it's absolutely genuine. No foul play here.
Those are not airplanes.
Yeah, they keep circling.
They just keep circling. And they're going to go away.
And there's nothing on your radar right now?
No, there's nothing there. I can zoom out.
Now the light's going out.
They're gone.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
A couple times in this area. But
we're flying over New Mexico?
Yeah.
Which is Roswell, which is where all those...
Correct. It's where all the weird stuff happens. But they're going to go again.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
They've been doing it for like the past hour.
What do you think they are?
Something was above them and not showing on radar. The disturbing part is that they are above New Mexico, where supposedly an UFO crashed in 1947 and alien bodies were found. Of course, it was all deemed as just a conspiracy theory, but that is a crazy coincidence.
They're at 100,000 feet?
They would have to be. The X-15 flew at 300,000 feet. Here they come again. They're coming around again. You can see the one. He's going to get bright, and then it's going to go away.
So they're above us significantly.
Look, it's going to get really bright. And then it's going to go away. The whole flight I've been wanting to call you up here. I'm like, who's going to think we're crazy?
No, I'm seeing it myself. But look, your radar would pick it up if it was an aircraft, right?
Yes. There's one below us at 8,000 feet. There's another one below us at 6,000 feet.
There's nobody out here within
200 miles. There's nobody.
But what kind of a thing would not be picked up on radar?
Yeah, exactly. Something stealth.
Could it be military?
I would think so. I think it has to be.
But why would they be just showing lights and doing stuff like that?
I don't know.
Those two dots are far above the aircraft, appearing and disappearing in a pattern. And more importantly, they're not detected on radar. These must be seriously stealthy objects to evade radar detection.
The satellites are a much higher orbit than that.
I don't know precisely how high they orbit.
So is that again?
I would think, yeah.
They seem to be moving.
Exactly. 119 and I were flying, we swear they were dogfighting.
Really?
What it looked like. It looked like something out of Star Wars.
Have your other pilots ever seen anything like
we
this?
talked about it a little bit. Especially going over El Paso, down by White Sands through here.
This is really strange. Even the pilots believe it can't be satellites because they're circling around the same place and they would be way below the normal altitude. What we're seeing is at around 100,000 feet. For you to understand just how strange this is, normal planes usually go up to 43,000 feet. Only reconnaissance aircrafts reach that altitude. So, someone is secretly watching that area from above.
And no logical explanation.
The only logical explanation would be a satellite, but I don't know the satellite that does a circle in the same place. Here they come again. You can almost see three of them. There's one.
Yeah.
They're lower on the horizon now.
It's like they're in formation now.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like one coming up behind it.
Yeah, there's two of them right there. And they're way ahead of us.
Yeah.
Could they be surveillance?
Yeah, my conspiracy theory mind just starts going crazy.
The question is, who's doing the surveillance? Humans or aliens? I don't see how we can just write these things off. I mean, there's definitely something there. A group of friends on a late-night road trip were navigating offbeat roads with only the car's headlights cutting through the pitch black around them, but things were about to take a dark turn.
ఏమో మాన్కి పెయింట్ వేసిండదో ఎవరో నడుచుకొని వస్తుండదో ఏమో ఉంది. ఏ పదరా సీదా ఏరా ఇంత భయం పడతావు? పద్రా ఎవరో ఉంటాడా నిల్చుకొని ఎవరికో కాస్తుంటాడు. కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ పెడు, కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ పెడు, బయట రా ఫాస్ట్గా అంత భయం ఉంటాయి.
At first, it's hard to see, just darkness. But then, a figure slowly starts to take shape in the darkness.
బయట కెమెరాలో తీస్తున్నాను చూస్తామేమో.
A figure dressed in white, but no face. In some Eastern cultures, they say you can't see a ghost's face, and their feet are often backwards. I always thought those were just superstitions, but maybe, just maybe, there's something to them. This next video is a textbook nightmare. Look at this. Tell me, in what world do you find two lions roaming inside a house while you're trapped in the middle, on the stairs no less? I hope this is one of those people that keep lions as pets somewhere in an Asian country. Because if those were wild ones, then this man is doomed. This is a chilling video showing you what not to do. At first glance, this scene looks like a dream for any adrenaline junkie. A flawless leap, sparkling waters, a perfect day for a swim, right? Well, the ocean plays by its own rules. Things are about to take a dark turn. This is why you don't dive into something you don't fully understand. Any expert would know. The powerful currents, the jagged, slippery rocks. This isn't a playground. What started as a thrill has turned into a battle for survival. was way too close. They were lucky this time, but remember, Mother Nature doesn't play favorites. She strikes without warning. This man was driving through Gettysburg, the place of the famous battle, and also a hotspot for ghost encounters, and he's about to prove that.
I was told by a ranger. It was about in this area here, Jay, that the ranger said that there's been some activities. They heard some rumors about seeing some sightings of something that they can't explain.
There's a lot of troops that left over here, so the activity should be strong.
All right, we'll record for like...
As you heard from the video, besides civilians passing through, also rangers reported seeing ghostly figures walking around. Many people have stories of that area, with figures dressed in Civil War clothes seeming lost, just wandering around. And after 20 minutes of staying in that spot, they find this. A figure next to the cannons. This is why this place is known as a ghost hotspot. Do you think this has to do with how many people lost their lives there in a violent way? Here's a scene that looks like it's straight out of a dystopian sci-fi movie, where the birds seem to have taken over. I believe these are vultures, and from what I know, these gather to freshly deceased animals. Could there have been an animal that was hit on the road that gathered all of them? Speaking of aliens, UFOs, and conspiracy theories, you've probably heard the one about how we never actually went to the moon, right? The whole thing was supposedly staged here on Earth, directed by none other than Stanley Kubrick. Allegedly, someone has found the exact location where the moon landing was staged, and they've got video proof. Here's the footage, side by side with the original moon landing shots. What do you think? Could this really be the location? I won't nudge you one way or the other. Watching a tornado tear through cities and fields is scary enough, but imagine being stuck right in its path, wondering how you'd survive. This video might give you some clues.
Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low! Stay low!
An adventurous family was on a camping trip in the Canadian forest near Toronto. Little did they know, their peaceful getaway was about to take a wild turn. The video shows them setting up camp, enjoying the tranquility of the woods. Suddenly, the dad's phone pierces the calm with a thunderstorm warning.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
Panic flashes in his eyes as he spots a monstrous tornado churning in the distance. Thinking fast, Dad yells for his kids to get inside the camping hut and take cover. The tornado hits with a fury, the wind howling like a banshee as it wreaks havoc all around them. Huddled inside the hut, the family can only wait it out, their screams muffled by the deafening roar.
Oh, no, no, no! Please, no! Stay low! Stay low! No! Holy fuck!
Finally, when the noise dies down, they cautiously peek outside. The sight that greets them is unbelievable. Every single tree is flattened, the landscape completely transformed. Shaken but unharmed, they eventually make their way back home, the video ending there. This encounter has to be one of the most terrifying things ever. But one question lingers. How did their little hut survive such a monstrous twister? My guess is the base of the hut might be partially underground, anchoring it to the ground.
Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low!
Tornadoes are weird, man. The damage they cause can be unpredictable. Have you ever seen something so bizarre that your brain just goes nope, can't compute? Well, buckle up, because this video is a brain cardio.
What the hell is this?
Seriously, what in the world is this thing? A woman in Las Vegas, Nevada captured this footage on the side of the road. In the video, we see a strange creature unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's completely black, with a gooey, slug-like body and a bunch of tentacles wriggling everywhere. It doesn't even have a clear head or tail. It just kind of oozes around using its tentacles to move. It's seriously creepy and unsettling. I did some serious internet sleuthing, but I couldn't find anything even remotely close to this creature. So, the big question. Is this something from another planet, or a deep-sea dweller that somehow ended up on dry land? If any of you cryptozoology enthusiasts out there have a clue what this might be, leave a comment and enlighten the rest of us. Imagine 30 or 40 years ago, if someone told you they saw a headless animal running around. You'd probably think they were crazy, right? Well, times have changed, as now we have video evidence just like this one. This mysterious video, shot in Japan by an unknown person, comes from an industrial site. The camera pans across some machinery, then zooms in on a railroad track. And that's where things get weird. We see a creature, what appears to be an elk, running across the tracks and into the woods. But here's the creepy thing. It has no head. The elk's body seems to be moving normally, but where its neck should be, there's nothing. So, is this truly a headless elk living its best headless life? Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. My guess is this is more of an illusion than anything. Maybe the elk's head is just bent way down, like it's sniffing the ground, creating the illusion of a headless body. It's definitely a possibility. But hey, if that's not the case, then maybe we do have some creepy headless elk running around out there. Ever heard the saying, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade? Well, in Thailand, nature just threw a whole lot of fish their way. This video, captured by a local, shows a scene straight out of a fish lover's dream. A Thai beach is teeming with small fish. A literal frenzy where there seems to be more fish than water. Everyone's buzzing with excitement, scooping up as many fish as their buckets can hold. The fish are practically leaping out of the water, creating a chaotic yet exhilarating spectacle. It's a fishy free-for-all, with people practically stepping on them in their haste. But what caused this fishy flood? This phenomenon, known as a fish run or beaching, can be triggered by environmental factors. Changes in water temperature, oxygen levels, or salinity can prompt fish to seek refuge closer to shore. In this case, it appears to be a natural event, a windfall for the local community who are seizing this unexpected bounty. We've all had that terrifying thought that you're peacefully using the toilet when a snake lunges out and bites you. The stuff of nightmares. Well, believe it or not, this video shows that fear becoming reality. This is exactly what my nightmares are made of. The video, captured by a homeowner in Manhattan, shows a truly horrifying scene. A large snake erupts from the toilet bowl, its body coiled tightly in a defensive posture. The snake's scales and aggressive stance send shivers down your spine. Thankfully, the homeowner heard the slithering sounds and reacted quickly, avoiding a potential disaster. These slithery creatures can indeed access our pipes through underground sewer systems, making them not only unwelcome guests, but potentially dirty ones too. Let's just say, after watching this, I'm definitely going to check the toilet bowl a few extra times before sitting down. Nature, ever the wondrous mystery box, throws some truly bizarre things our way sometimes. Take these creatures in the next clip, for example. This video, captured by a fisherman, showcases two strange creatures gliding through the water. These elongated white forms resemble snakes at first glance, but their slender, fish-like bodies and distinctive dorsal patterns set them apart. If you get a closer look, you can see features like a mouth, making them appear more like elongated fish. I did some digging online to identify these mysterious creatures, and guess what? They might just be white ribbon eels. Some viewers who've seen the video suspect they could be deep-sea dwellers, but I'm leaning towards a more common eel species we just don't see very often. What do you think? Mention fish, and most people picture harmless little guys sifting through the water. But this next video will definitely change your perspective.
Please welcome Baker Matt.
What a beast! A group of fishermen on a fishing trip stumbled upon a real monster and decided to capture it on camera. This fish is definitely on the larger side. But that's not what's got the fishermen spooked. As the camera zooms in on its mouth, you get a good look at its terrifying teeth. Rows of sharp pointed spikes. These chompers give the fish a ferocious sea monster vibe. Honestly, I can't help but imagine what would happen if you stuck your hand in there. Let's just say it wouldn't come out looking pretty. Beaches are picture perfect during the day. A place to soak up the sun, catch some waves, and relax. But at night, things can take a turn for the spooky. This video, captured at a beach at night, showcases a truly bizarre sighting. It's nighttime, and everything is shrouded in darkness except for a single light in the distance. As the camera zooms in on the light, a massive humanoid figure emerges from the water. It stands up, seemingly noticing the cameraman, and then starts running towards them. The video cuts out right there, leaving us hanging with this terrifying image. That was creepy. The figure definitely looks unsettling, but something about the light source seems a little off. It could be a hoax, maybe someone in a costume using the light for better visibility. However, even a tiny sliver of doubt is enough to send shivers down your spine. If this were real, let's just say nighttime beach trips would be a thing of the past for me. Ever heard of interdimensional beings? Those creatures that exist outside our own reality. If you didn't, this person captured a video just for you.
¿Cuándo vio eso? Se pusieron los vellos como esclavos. Tatuaje ahí corrió todo. Digo, no es algo normal en la casa, porque nunca se ha visto nada.
This clip, captured by a news channel, features an interview with a father and son who accidentally recorded something strange. The father explains that his child was filming his back tattoo. As the camera pans to the son's face and then back to the father, a terrifying creature appears in the frame. The creature looks unnatural, a creepy mix of feline and human feature. The father reveals they've been hearing strange noises and footsteps, adding another layer to the mystery. But then he offers a possible explanation. Traditionally, some Ecuadorian families kept small bones from deceased loved ones, believing the spirits would protect their home. The father suggests these huesitos, small bones, might have something to do with the creature. Seems the family leans towards a ghostly explanation rather than aliens. Whatever this thing is, one thing's for sure, it looks out of place in our world. Respecting animal boundaries is crucial, especially when dealing with wild predators. This TikTok video shows exactly why. This clip is a prime example of why you should never mess with wildlife. We see a tourist vehicle with someone dangling a cloth out the window, right next to a leopard. Unsurprisingly, the leopard gets agitated by the teasing. The tourists try to retract the cloth back into the car, but the angered leopard lunges at them. Luckily, they manage to slam the window shut just in time, preventing the leopard from entering. That was a close call. The leopard was clearly fuming, and it could have caused serious harm if it had gotten inside. But here's the thing. The tourists are entirely at fault in this situation. Annoying a wild animal like this is never a good idea, and honestly, they got what they deserved. Have you ever witnessed a duck madness situation? Well, this video is pure quackery. Talk about a traffic jam. This video, captured by a driver, shows something truly bizarre. In the middle of the road, a white car is surrounded by a swirling mass of thousands of ducks. The sheer number of these feathered friends completely blocks the car's path, bringing traffic to a standstill. The driver must be sitting there thinking, what in the world is going on? So why the ducky ceremony around the car? The most likely explanation is that the ducks mistook the white car for a giant ducky leader. They're simply following their oversized brethren, creating a hilarious and slightly chaotic scene. I know it's not the most scientific theory, but hey, it looks like something straight out of a duck cult ritual, right? The debate about alien existence continues to rage on, with believers and skeptics locked in a cosmic battle. This video from Brazil might just be the evidence both sides need. This clip, captured by local fishermen in Brazil, showcases a truly bizarre catch. In the video, we see a box containing a strange humanoid creature. The lower body appears human-like, but the head is where things get creepy and alien. It has large, exaggerated features, big eyes, prominent ears, and an oversized head. The skin texture seems human, but the facial structure is undeniably alien. The person who captured the creature claims they found it already dead after pulling it in from the water. This raises a ton of questions. What kind of creature is this? Was it an alien? And if so, what was it doing in the ocean? Did it drown? Or was something more sinister at play? The video leaves us with more questions than answers, sending shivers down the spines of believers and skeptics alike. We've witnessed the beautiful, the terrifying, and the compassionate. Now, let's close on a truly bizarre note. What is this? It resembles an old man with strange markings, or perhaps ritual makeup. But that's completely wrong. This appears to be a newborn goat, with the strangest face imaginable. Nature, what happened here? I can't even find its mouth. And those eyes, they look painted on, as if it was born without any. If not for this video, describing it wouldn't even come close to the reality. It leaves you wondering, what other unimaginable oddities does Mother Nature have in store? Bigfoots have remained a mystery since forever. Again and again, people spotted them in the darkest and deepest places. But there are times when Bigfoots are spotted roaming around in the wild in broad daylight as well. For instance, take this video recorded in 2006 by a man named Harley Hoffman, where a Bigfoot was spotted on cameras as he was recording the area. It was huge and had its whole body covered with black hair. The creature, or the Bigfoot, was going somewhere in quite a hurried manner, and the man had to be safe while getting a proper glimpse of it on camera as well. So even though a small chunk, it shows the creature in the most vivid manner. If we talk about the authenticity of the clip, for me, the way the creature was moving and its appearance give the video a genuine look. What do you think? Night has always held secrets beyond our imaginations. For the curious who wander in the deepest regions just to uncover secrets, sometimes things get way scarier than they had ever imagined. For instance, these guys were out at night for a late drive, enjoying the narrow road between the thick bushes and high trees. However, as they moved forward on the path, they saw a creepy figure that sent shivers down their spine. It looked like a person covered in a brown robe, standing on a corner. It did not move at all as the car passed by it. However, the men in the car were surely shaken by this. Also, if we zoom in, I think I can make up a cross around the figure's neck, which makes now the whole individual to appear as a monk. Could this be the ghost of a monk who lost their life in a violent way around those places? What do you think? Just as I mentioned, people love wandering in the deepest regions and many times come out traumatized. Take these, for example. These people had heard about an abandoned tunnel from the World Wars and knew about the rumors of the tunnel being haunted through the locals. But that did not stop them from leaping into the deep tunnel and wandering around to look for any treasure they were supposed to find there. However, instead of what they were trying to find, they encountered a weird figure. In the tunnel, inches away from them, a human-like figure appeared as if walking away from them, and then disappeared in a moment as well. It looked like a human wearing a white uniform. Could it be the lost soul of a military medic? The men turned back and ran away, and the mystery of the ghost remains the same. Whether it was an altered video or whether they actually captured a ghost is a question which remains unanswered, and I will leave that to you to decide. Art imitates life, and life imitates art. Until now, I thought this didn't apply to science fiction or horror movies. They seemed like the work of an overly imaginative bunch of people, but after watching this clip, I'm seriously doubting that. I don't know where art ends and reality begins.
What is happening?
A couple is driving through what they claim is somewhere near Niagara Falls. See all these people? They seem to be it's as if somebody yelled statue and people froze in whatever position they were in. This scene is straight out of a horror flick. If I were in that car, I'd lose my marbles. This just freaks me out. I really hope this is some kind of act or silent protest, and that all these people are voluntarily standing still. If not, I have no logical explanation for this. But one thing's for sure, I'm not going to Niagara Falls anytime soon. What is the one thing you look for the most when you're on vacation? For me, it's peace. I want to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and enjoy some quality solitude. Well, This next clip might make that piece a distant dream. This person is showing off their Airbnb booking. Looks great, doesn't it? Cozy bed, nice interiors and furniture, a beautiful bathtub, and plenty of wardrobe space for your belongings. But wait, there's a dark twist. Hidden inside one of those wardrobes is a secret chamber. And it's not just a small space. It's big enough for a few people to walk around and possibly stalk the occupants. But that's not all. This secret chamber leads to another hidden room, a full-size room. It gives off serious serial killer vibes. Why would someone construct such a space and then rent it out? What secrets is the owner hiding? This gives me a very bad feeling. Next time you're on vacation, make sure to thoroughly check your room. You never know what might be lurking behind those walls. Let's raise the horror quotient with this bizarre and chilling video. This person is out in the wild at night. You can hear a river flowing nearby, and the only light comes from the camera or a flashlight. At first, nothing seems out of place. But as they pan the camera around, they spot something unsettling. It looks like a man sitting on the riverbank. But what would someone be doing there at this time, in the pitch black with no light? He seems completely unfazed by the person recording him. He turns slightly to acknowledge the camera, but with no significant reaction. Now, here's where it gets terrifying. Look closely. He's not wearing any clothes. His skin looks bleached, almost white as if burned or decomposed. And his face, just below his eyes. There's something reflecting the light very brightly. Our person tries to get closer, and then the man slowly slips into the water and disappears. Who was that? Or what was that? Definitely not a living person? Is this evidence of the underworld? Was that a corpse caught between life and death? The eerie calm of this video really creeps me out. There's so much we don't know about our reality. What if that thing had attacked our cameraman? It's beyond me why people take such risks in life. Speaking of life and death, our next clip shows just how fragile and unpredictable life can be. One moment you're laughing and enjoying time with friends, and the next, it's all over. Fair warning, this clip ends in tragedy.
Вот, это уже не я. Нет места. Вот, так я уже эту всю флешку снимал. Ничего себе.
These guys seem to be somewhere in the wild. Judging by their attire, they might be construction workers. There's a bear just outside their cabin, and their dog is trying to chase it away. The men are laughing, completely unaware of the danger they're in.
Сейчас она ему поймает.
Watch closely. Another bear appears, then another. That's 3 full-grown bears. Yet, our men still don't take it seriously, or take any precautions. Suddenly, the biggest bear of them all attacks, and the clip ends there. Tragically, it was reported that they didn't make it. There are a lot of lessons here for all of us. First, stay away from places where you might encounter wild animals. Second, if you ever do, treat them with the utmost respect and caution. Third, protect nature and stop encroaching on wild spaces. The bear acted on instinct. It's these men who lost their survival instinct. So remember to respect the wild and always take caution. We've seen a lot of weird and bizarre stuff on this channel, but I don't remember coming across a haunted Alexa until now. Yes, we're about to witness a haunted Alexa. This video comes from a 20-year-old man who isn't religious and doesn't believe in ghosts or spirits. But even he agrees there's some strange energy in his house. While he was doing laundry in his living room, his Alexa started playing old songs at a low volume in the bedroom. He doesn't listen to these kinds of songs at all. So, 2 questions. 1. Why is Alexa playing these songs? 2. Who instructed Alexa to play them? There's no one in the room. He also claims this isn't the first weird experience he's had. He's seen things move by themselves and heard unexplainable crashing sounds. Here's a twist you didn't see coming. Our man claims all of this started after his girlfriend brought home 2 old dolls. You can see them there, the ones in the gold box. So, could these dolls really be haunted? If they can make Alexa play songs, what else can they do? I'm afraid I'll develop pediophobia if I see any more of these haunted doll videos. For those who don't know, pediophobia is the fear of dolls. What's more dangerous? Haunted dolls or the fear of haunted dolls? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Our next clip is another reason why you shouldn't venture out to unknown abandoned places at night.
Esto pasó ayer en Barquisimeto. ¿Qué creen ustedes que pueda haber sido?
Here we have some bikers who've captured something very weird and creepy. What is that? Is it a person? A life-size statue? And what's with that bizarre posture? Wait, look closely. The clothes are moving with the wind. So, is this a real person just frozen there? And where exactly are they? What are these bikers doing there at this time? Do they know what that is? If not, why is there no panic among them? This clip is bizarre in so many ways. I just hope our bikers made it out safe. Next up is a clip about one of the most discussed, debated, and controversial creatures ever, Bigfoot. The Bigfoot conspiracy just never seems to go away. Every time we think we've seen it all, another video surfaces to stir up the whole debate.
What the hell? What is that?
Here we have 2 hikers trying to find the perfect spot to camp. They're excited about their location, thinking it's an ideal spot. But then, they see something walking nearby. It's an all-black humanoid bipedal figure. Here's the weird part. The creature goes and hides behind a tree, almost like it knows it doesn't want to be seen. Our hikers, not wanting to take any risks, decide to get out of there quickly. So what do you think? Is this real footage of Bigfoot? Or is it an elaborate setup for views and fame? I'm on the fence about this one. There isn't enough evidence to say if it's real or not. Let us know what you think about this latest Bigfoot footage. From one conspiracy that never goes away to another, unknown flying objects, or as they're now called, unknown aerial phenomenon.
I got this recliner. My neck would be broke right now. Damn.
Here's a man recording a bright, flashy object moving in the sky. It's twinkling, and there's no sound. It's quite high up. All we can see is a flashing dot of light. After a while, another one appears, moving from the opposite direction. Now we have 2 of them, moving in the same direction. So what are these? Can we attribute their source to something extraterrestrial, or is there a simpler, more earthly explanation? Could they just be satellites in high Earth orbit, and our cameraman, not knowing much about it, is confusing them for something else? There isn't enough material here to say conclusively one way or another. One thing's for sure, we're not seeing shooting stars. We're seeing something real. We just don't know exactly what it is. If you have an attic in your house, first install lights and a camera there. We've seen a lot of attic videos recently that have left us shivering. This person is trying to record something in the attic. What is that, little aliens? At first glance, they're creepy, but on closer inspection, they're not extraterrestrial. These are obviously some kind of birds that have nested in the attic. The way they stand and their eyes give an illusion of something otherworldly. I'm relieved this attic video didn't terrify us like the others. But seriously, take my advice and install lights and a camera in your attic. You never know what you might find up there. Mother Nature can be as beautiful as she is terrifying. We've all enjoyed a stunning sunset on the beach or a refreshing drizzle on a hot day. That's nature being nurturing, but she also has a fury that's beyond terrifying.
Hey,
look at this storm. Look at that fury. If those strong winds can do that to a tree, imagine what they could do to a person standing there. They'd go flying. I can't get over this. As terrifying as it is, it's also fascinating. We've built a modern world that protects us from nature's fury to a large extent. But imagine what our ancestors had to endure. Life was all about survival. Today, we take our world for granted, but the world we've built is like a house of cards. Electricity, mobile phones, the internet, all of these could come crumbling down at any time. We need to learn and teach our kids how to survive in nature just in case. We've seen some bizarre stuff on this channel, but here's one I never thought I'd see. This clip is from Vashon Island. What bizarre sight are we about to witness on an island? Well, this, yes, that is real. A tree has grown around an abandoned bike, engulfing and swallowing half of it, leaving the other half for us to see and admire. Our human lives are short, living moment to moment. But for the universe, things happen on a much larger scale, over years, decades, centuries, and millennia. Imagine a small sapling growing. Some kid, a few decades or half a century ago, left their bike there for some reason. The sapling grew around the bike initially, and over the years, it slowly lifted the bike a few feet above the ground as it grew. How fascinating would it have been if we had a time-lapse video of this? After all this horror and terror, let's watch something beautiful. How do we humans court each other? We dress up, look good, and probably display some masculinity for men and elegant accessories for women. Maybe a romantic dance. But in the animal world, it's very different. Take these bald eagles, for example. Look at their courtship ritual. The male eagle is pursuing the female. After catching up, they lock their feet and do a free fall, spinning around. It's amazing to see how different species have evolved unique rituals that suit them. This breathtaking dance is both a display of strength and a test of trust, showing just how diverse and beautiful nature can be. In the next 3 videos, we're going to see something we can't explain. Seemingly ordinary places and setups, but something unexplainable happens. Let's start with the first one.
Donnie? Donnie? Someone just played the piano!
Here's footage from someone's living room. A lady is going about her daily chores when suddenly the piano starts playing by itself. Or something invisible played the piano. She immediately calls out for Donald, telling him that someone just played the piano.
Someone just played the piano. Someone just played the piano. I don't know.
The video is grainy, probably to protect the privacy of the people in it, but the reaction of the woman and the sounds in the video appear natural. So how is this possible? Is there an explanation for this? Next up, we have footage from what looks like a hospital. There's a gurney in the hallway. Watch what happens next. Something invisible just lifted the gurney and adjusted its position from lying down to sitting up. There doesn't appear to be any foul play involved. So, how did that happen? Is there any scientific explanation that makes sense here? I can't think of any. The fact that this footage is from a hospital makes it even more disturbing and scary. This next clip takes the cake. This seems to be footage from someone's living room. See that rocking chair? There's nobody in the room, yet it's rocking back and forth. We could write this off as wind blowing from somewhere, causing the chair to move, but then observe closely. The chair stops rocking for a brief moment, as if someone got up from it, and then it starts rocking again. Next, the furniture in front of the chair moves as if pushed by an invisible force. Then, a pillow on the sofa is moved, and another pillow falls to the floor. The furniture in front of the chair is pushed further with some force. That's too many unexplained things happening in one video. So, what do you think of the last 3 clips? Is there any way to explain what happened in these videos? It's clear there was no human interference. There seemed to be some invisible force influencing the physical world. This begs the question, are ghosts and spirits real? If it's ghosts in each of these videos, why is their influence so limited? Why don't we see them doing more substantial and dangerous things? Or is it something far crazier, like the colliding or overlapping of universes, causing a momentary glitch? I'm just thinking out loud here. Maybe all of this is true, or none of it is. All I know is we can't explain these events in conventional terms. If any of you have theories, do share. Our world is packed with mysteries. Bermuda Triangle, ghosts, aliens, Loch Ness Monster, the list goes on. Just when we think the Bigfoot legend is fading, a new video surfaces to reignite the debate. Here's the latest one. A trucker is driving through the countryside at night, his truck's headlights cutting through the darkness. It looks like he's passing a worksite, with trees lining both sides of the road and scattered equipment and sheds. As the truck turns, the dashcam captures something eerie. I doubt the driver even noticed. Focus on the center of the screen, between those trees. Is that a large Sasquatch or something even more sinister? The video claims it's Bigfoot, but I'm not convinced. This thing looks way scarier. Encountering a Bigfoot is terrifying, sure, but this is next level horror. That face, that body, it's more like an evil ghost than Bigfoot. Regardless, here's another clip to add to the thousands that keep the Bigfoot mystery alive. Talking of sinister things, what do you think hell would look like? There's no accurate description, and for good reason. If someone provided a first-hand account of hell, 2 things would be certain. 1, they've returned from the dead. 2, they were such a horrible human being that they ended up in hell. While the second seems plausible, the first is highly unlikely. But here's a clip that might come close to depicting what hell could look like. I'm not sure where this place is, but to me, this is what hell would look like. A place where time stands still, and you stare into the abyss of nothingness. Those chains serve as a constant reminder that you are bound to suffer in this void for eternity. The light at the end of the tunnel teases you with the possibility of breaking free, but you can't escape these shackles. This hopeless hope only aggravates the misery. Yes, this is what hell will be. It won't consist of monsters and cruel punishments. It will be a torment where you are left to ponder all your evil deeds for eternity. Tell me there's something worse than this. I'll wait. Speaking of hell, have you ever wondered if the descriptions of hell in religious scriptures are true? The underworld, a deep pit, where the unredeemed dead and the evil spirits of the damned are left to torment for eternity. While I can't say for sure, here's a clip that might make you wonder if it could be. So, this person seems to think there's something important to show here. Why else would he be recording an underpass on a snowy night and filming a car coming out of the tunnel? Now, he's heading towards a house. Snow everywhere. He approaches a manhole. Okay, what are those sounds? I have no answer for what those sounds are, and that's what makes this so creepy. What could be in those manholes making such eerie noises? I've never encountered anything like this before. Is this the real-life version of it? Is there a Pennywise living in those sewers? If you encountered this, would you dare investigate? What do you think? Is the line between literature and reality blurring? Is Stephen King the creator? Or are these noises from the dreaded underworld? While we're on the topic of the undead in movies, what are your views on zombies? Could zombies be real? While you ponder that, here's a video that might make you wonder if they could be. This was caught on a friend's trail cam on a ranch on private property. Now tell me that isn't a zombie. Look at it walk. I can't imagine a living person moving like that. And look at its torso and those thin limbs. Even in this grainy video, it looks half dead. But the most terrifying part is that it seems to be heading somewhere with a purpose. I just hope nobody crossed its path and it walked away into eternity. Our next footage is one of the most convincing pieces of evidence I've come across after watching thousands of clips on this channel about the existence of ghosts and spirits. This video is claimed to be from a Malaysian driving school. This couple seem to be wandering around the school after dark. They go into the building, checking for something. Nobody seems to be in the building apart from them. Then they walk to another building, a little farther away, and go into what looks like a conference room. It has a few long tables and many chairs. After talking for some time, the guy leaves the girl and goes to another room to get something. This is when the spooky stuff starts happening. See that door? There's nobody in the room apart from the guy. Yet the door is closing and stops halfway as he turns around to see what's happening. He's spooked, but doesn't think much of it. Then things escalate. The 3 computers in the room turn on by themselves. Now our guy is starting to panic. The computers then turn off. After he has left, one of the sofas moves. Then the door slams shut and the lights go off. Okay, how do you explain that? This definitely isn't a staged video. One, if it is staged, the production value is on par with a movie studio. They'd have to rent out the entire facility, which would be mighty expensive. And this looked like one continuous shot, not a collection of clips. So how did they pull off chairs and tables flying in one continuous shot? This is real, and to me, this is one of the most credible videos I've come across. Any doubt I had about the existence of the supernatural vanished with just this one video. If you feel otherwise, change my mind. I'm all ears. This next video is a sight to behold and comes from Kenya. What you're seeing here isn't a bunch of pink helium balloons floating in the air. No, not at all. These are thousands of flamingos taking flight from a beach. A blanket of flamingos, if you will. Isn't this just stunning? Now, imagine how our planet looked 10,000 years ago, or even 50,000 years ago. What I mean is, imagine our world without human interference since the Industrial Revolution. How beautiful our planet must have been. Well, we can only wonder until someone invents a time machine. If there's any place where we should expect to see a lot of ghost videos, it would be the hospital. It's logical to think that a place where death is commonplace and a daily occurrence would be teeming with ghosts. Add to that the fact that most hospitals are full of cameras, and you'd expect a treasure trove of ghost footage. But that just doesn't seem to be the case. We only find a handful of ghost videos coming out of hospitals. However, here is a rare video from a hospital. Do you see that figure lurking in the room, playing hide and seek with our cameraman? That is no human being. For starters, it is translucent, and as it comes out, you can see the complete structure. So, is this what ghosts and spirits are? Translucent humanoid figures roaming the hallways for no reason? The aspect I find most astonishing about ghosts and spirits is why do we see so few of them? Considering the fact that more people have died in history than are alive today, our world should be full of ghosts and spirits. Yet, we only catch a glimpse every now and then. So just curious, what do you think is the criteria for a person to become a ghost after they are dead? Let us know in the comments. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Next up is a strange phenomenon that I'm not sure how to categorize. It could be natural, supernatural, or otherworldly. I have no idea. Let's get right into it.
The sun is not up there, so where's the light coming from? So the light came from the rocket?
Oh, that doesn't.
And it's getting brighter too, like it's a portal into us or something. That's what it looks like.
What is this strange blue light in the sky? It could be sun rays passing through the clouds, but it's a clear sky with very few clouds. If it were sunlight, the whole sky should be illuminated with that strange blue hue. Also, the lady recording says the sun isn't out yet. She thinks it might be the tail smoke of some kind of rocket, or perhaps a portal of some sort opening up in the heavens. What do you think it is? I won't rule out otherworldly sources. Just consider this. There are 100 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and probably just as many planets. And beyond that, there are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The idea that ours is the only planet with life? I'm not buying it. There is life out there. The only question is, are they here? Ring cameras are our supposed guardians against the unknown, faithfully recording our surroundings day and night. But what happens when that constant vigilance unearths something unexplainable? Take a look at this eerie clip. This video from California in 2023 shows a ring camera view of a house at night. The street is empty, and something strange crawls across the front door. It's hard to see clearly in the corner of the frame, but it looks like a spider. However, upon closer inspection, the blood runs cold. Slowing down the video reveals the true source of the chills. The creature's body possesses an otherworldly shape, unlike any arachnid I've encountered in my life. No familiar number of legs, no discernible head, just a bizarre, unsettling form that defies explanation. Unsurprisingly, viewers are abuzz with speculation, with alien visitor being a popular theory, considering the creature's bizarre anatomy. It's a theory that holds a strange kind of weight. So, I put it to you, what do you think lurks in the shadows beyond this ring camera's view? The search for Bigfoot, the legendary ape-like creature, continues to spark debate between believers and skeptics. This video from Canada might just put fuel to that fire.
See that they're moving.
A hiker in the Canadian boreal forest captured footage of a strange dark shape across a lake. The video shows the lake with a black dot on the opposite side, likely the object that caught the hiker's attention. The dark figure appears to move across the landscape, occasionally bending down as if picking something up. While some viewers see a humanoid walk, it's difficult to discern details from this distance. The video has sparked discussion, with some claiming it's a Bigfoot sighting. However, without zooming in or further evidence, it's impossible to draw definitive conclusions. Notably, the hiker doesn't zoom in on the creature, leaving some viewers questioning the video's authenticity. Cave exploration. Some folks love it. But me, not a chance. And videos like this definitely don't help my case. Let's take a look.
What the fuck is that? Oh shit. Go. Come on, Missy.
This video comes from Australia and features a hiker and his dog exploring a newly discovered cave entrance in a forest. Right from the start, the cave has an unsettling vibe. Dark, damp, and seriously creepy, the hiker cautiously enters with his camera and flashlight, slowly navigating the passage. He eventually reaches a dead end where some bats cling nervously to the ceiling. After backtracking, he explores another section of the cave. As he walks deeper, a strange sound echoes in the distance, making him pause and look at his dog with confusion. He continues forward, then freezes. In the inky blackness of a side passage, a tall figure stands motionless. Confusion quickly turns to sheer terror, and the hiker bolts out of the cave with his dog at his heels. The video ends abruptly, leaving us with more questions than answers. Seriously, why would anyone venture into a cave like that? Well, let's just say this hiker learned a valuable lesson. Some things are best left undisturbed. There's a reason they say, don't mess with nature. And this video from the Amazon rainforest is a prime example.
Shit.
This scary footage shows a tourist in the Amazon doing something incredibly dangerous, poking in a swamp with a stick. In a flash, a giant anaconda lunges out of the water, jaws wide open. Luckily, the tourist reacts quickly and narrowly avoids the attack, retreating just in time. This video is a chilling reminder of why respecting wildlife is crucial. Just a split second slower, and things could have ended very differently. The nervous laughter at the end says it all, a close call that serves as a valuable lesson. When we're in nature, it's important to remember that wild animals are unpredictable. Always admire them from a safe distance and avoid anything that could provoke them. Mother Nature can be a force to be reckoned with. And this dust storm in Mumbai, India, is a powerful reminder of that. This video, captured by an office worker, shows the raw power of a fierce dust storm engulfing Mumbai. The atmosphere is thick with dust, and strong winds are whipping debris around. Then, in a shocking moment, a large under-construction billboard trembles violently before collapsing to the ground with a loud bang. The cameraman's reaction perfectly captures the shock and terror of the scene. The news behind this video is even more devastating. This incident tragically caused multiple deaths and injuries. Dust storms are uncommon in India, and many structures simply aren't built to withstand them. Hopefully, this event will prompt the government to take steps to improve safety regulations for such situations. There's a popular theory that ghosts can't physically interact with the living because they're just energy imprints. But videos like this one challenge that idea. This video, uploaded to Reddit by user usualsillis1277, shows them exploring an abandoned hospital. Right from the start, the atmosphere is creepy, debris scattered everywhere, damaged walls, and missing floors. As the cameraman pans the camera down a hallway, something makes them abruptly stop and run out of frame, ending the video. Did you notice that? Slowing down and zooming in around the 8-second mark, some viewers believe they've spotted a strange figure. It has a human-like body shape, but with a ghostly white face. If it is a figure, the way it peeks out and seems to stare at the camera is definitely unsettling. Of course, the question remains, ghost or elaborate prank? It's hard to say for sure. Personally, I wouldn't dress up as a ghost to scare my friends in a creepy place like that. Way too unsettling for me. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Reddit is a treasure trove of information, offering solutions to hyper-specific problems and heartwarming stories. But it can also be a breeding ground for unsettling posts that leave you chilled to the bone, just like this homeowner's video. Creepy, right? The video hails from a California neighborhood where a homeowner captured something unsettling. It's nighttime, and a heavy, almost monstrous breathing fills the air in the neighborhood. It sounds like something massive, inhaling and exhaling with a chilling rasp. This bone-chilling sound continues for the entire 1 minute and 45 seconds of the video. Not knowing the source is what makes it truly eerie. Now, there might be a logical explanation, but for the life of me, I can't imagine what or who could be making that horrifying noise. The sky, our natural ceiling, is typically a source of beauty and serenity, dotted with fluffy clouds or painted with vibrant sunsets. But this video from Indonesia captures a truly eerie skyscape. Believe it or not, this isn't a scene from a science fiction film, but reality captured by a local villager in Indonesia. The video shows the sky ablaze in an unsettling red, as if a giant red fluorescent bulb illuminates it. The cameraman pans across the scene, revealing a blood-red sky stretching from horizon to horizon. This otherworldly glow bathes the buildings and ground in an ominous red light. The apocalyptic scene is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. But what caused this nightmarish transformation? The culprit is a haze crisis that choked the entire region back in 2019. Oil palm farmers, opting for expediency over sustainability, resorted to slash and burn techniques to clear the jungle. This environmental disaster ignited massive fires that ravaged the natural habitat. While the video undeniably evokes a sense of impending doom, it serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of human actions on the environment. We may think we've explored most of our land, but the vast oceans remain a mystery. Unfathomable creatures lurk in its depths, just like the one captured in this video.
Seems to be some sort of alien creature growing in our off our dock. It's growing on the wood. It's like a gelatin growing over the tree branch.
This bizarre specimen was filmed by a group of fishermen in Hayden Lake, Idaho. The video captures something unlike anything they, or perhaps anyone, has ever seen before. The creature's texture appears gelatinous, and its form is undeniably strange. As the fishermen zoom in, we see a body composed of a jelly-like substance. Its proportions are unsettling, with oddly shaped arms, a tail, and a feature that can barely be described as a face. There's no doubt this is an aquatic creature, but the mystery deepens. Is it a product of genetic mutation, a denizen of the deep unknown, or something even more outlandish, an alien visitor from another world? The video leaves us with more questions than answers, but one thing's for sure, the strangeness of the ocean depths is truly captivating. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Nature is the ultimate mystery box. Sometimes it throws us creatures so bizarre, we can't help but scratch our heads. This video is a prime example. This footage was captured by a beachgoer in Canada who stumbled upon something truly strange. From the first glimpse, the creature bears an uncanny resemblance to a human face. Eyes, a nose, and even a mouth. But then things get weird. Its body is circular, covered in tiny hairs, and has this strange cheetah-like texture. As the camera zooms in, we see it contracts to move, and there appears to be some kind of liquid building up in its eyes. I did some digging and found that this might be a smooth pufferfish, or a similar species. However, that human-like face throws a wrench in any logical explanation. Could it be a genetic mutation, or maybe even an alien visitor? Who knows? Do you think an umbrella is enough for a trip outside when it's about to rain? Watch this video and decide for yourself. A coffee shop owner caught this footage of two parked cars taking a beating right outside his window. It's raining all right, but not with the kind of stuff you expect. Forget raindrops or even hail. We're talking massive leaves, garden debris, even what looks like rocks pummeling these cars. It's like a scene straight out of a biblical apocalypse. The entire vehicles get pelted with this bizarre, destructive downpour. Now, don't panic about meteors just yet. This was actually a hailstorm, so severe. It ripped leaves and branches off the trees like they were nothing. There might even be some broken roof tiles mixed in with this icy fury. You can actually see the rear window of the black car getting shattered in the first few seconds of the clip. Even if it's just hail, this video makes you seriously reconsider venturing out in rainy weather. This next mind bender of a video I found on Reddit shows ice breaking on a frozen lake, but not in the way you'd expect. Crazy, right? This video shows a frozen lake with something causing major mayhem under the ice, creating a mini ice volcano. You can actually see what looks like a giant claw ripping through the ice as it moves beneath the surface. Those monstrous appendages just break right through like it's nothing, leaving a trail of broken ice that piles up like a volcano. Some viewers were freaking out. What kind of monster could be doing this with its claws? Or maybe those are some seriously impressive antlers. After digging around in the comments, I found a much more logical explanation. Apparently, it's a cluster of small willow or poplar stems pushing up through cracks in the rocks. At the bottom of the lake, there's only a few inches of water under that thin ice, and somehow these little guys managed to cause a major ice eruption. So even though it's not a monster movie come to life, this ice volcano is still pretty darn amazing. Classical music fans, you know the accordion sound. But have you ever heard a ghost play one? Let me tell you, it's not exactly a joyful experience. Seriously, who's playing that? This video comes from a homeowner who was startled by the sound of a harmonium coming from his grandfather's room. The kicker is Grandpa had passed away a long time ago, and there was no one else in the house. The homeowner grabbed his camera and headed to his grandpa's room, where he captured this unsettling scene. The grandfather's harmonium was playing by itself, the bellows slowly expanding and contracting, producing an eerie melody. Needless to say, the homeowner was freaked out and confused. There was no logical explanation. It was playing on its own. This whole situation is seriously creepy, especially considering the homeowner mentioned his grandpa loved playing the harmonium. Maybe it's his grandpa's spirit back for a late night practice session? Imagine waking up to this nightmare. Water halfway up your window. That's exactly what happened to a homeowner in Hamburg, Germany. This intense video comes straight from Hamburg. A homeowner captured their ground floor engulfed by water. The footage shows water raging up to the middle of the window, crashing against the glass like a wild beast. Waves are forming and hitting the window with force. But thankfully, the window seems to be holding strong. While the location isn't confirmed, it looks like a dock building, and that water level at the ground floor is seriously scary. The way the water slams against the window makes you think it could break at any moment, especially if debris gets swept up in the waves. Honestly, I wouldn't be brave enough to stay in that room with water threatening to burst through. We often associate miracles with unexplainable events, but sometimes what seems like magic has a scientific explanation. Take this video captured by police in Andhra Pradesh, India. This video was captured by the local Andhra Pradesh police in India, showcasing an extraordinary scene in the heart of the forest. In the footage, we witness a group of police officers gathered around a tree while one officer, using a tender coconut knife, scrapes at the trunk. As he removes a chunk of the tree, to everyone's amazement, water starts gushing out. The water continues to flow from the trunk as if there's a hidden spring within the tree. This phenomenon appears miraculous, but there's a fascinating explanation behind it. Such occurrences are often caused by an underground water stream running beneath the tree. Due to pressure differences, the water ascends through the trunk, and when it's opened, it flows out in a spectacular display. No matter the scientific reason behind it, the sight is undeniably mesmerizing. Imagine being deep in the Russian wilderness when night falls and you realize you're lost. That's the nightmare scenario a hiker found himself in, and what happened next will send shivers down your spine. Take a good look. This video, captured by the hiker himself, shows a dense forest at night. But that's not all. Peer through the bushes. Do you see that? A pair of glowing eyes stare directly at the camera, reflecting the flash in an unnerving gaze. The feeling of being watched in the vast darkness is enough to shake you up. But the horror doesn't stop there. As the camera pans to the side, another pair of eyes emerges from the shadows. The video cuts short, leaving us with a lingering sense of dread. What were those eyes? Their height suggests a large animal, maybe a wildcat, yet the shape is strangely humanoid. This encounter has sparked a firestorm of theories. Could it be a trick of the light, a nocturnal predator, or something entirely unknown? What do you think lurks in the darkness of this Russian forest? Nessie on vacation. The Loch Ness Monster, a legendary creature from Scottish folklore, might not be confined to its namesake lake after all. This recent video from Albania has sparked debate online. The footage appears to capture a massive creature with a long neck emerging from a lake. The resemblance to classic Loch Ness Monster photos is uncanny. After briefly breaking the surface, the mysterious creature dips back under, leaving viewers to speculate. Some believe it's a giant catfish. But have you ever seen a catfish with such an elongated neck? To me, it looks uncannily like Nessie. But what could a legendary Scottish monster be doing in an Albanian lake? Did Nessie decide to take a prehistoric vacation? Or is there something even more mysterious lurking in the depths? One thing's for sure, this video reignites the legend of the Loch Ness Monster and opens the door to exciting possibilities. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.